Hi everyone, this is Sunette, and in this video I would like to open up a point in relation to a quote that I heard. And the quote was in the lines of, when in a relationship, being there for one another when you're really in need, in terms of being present, being supportive, listening and hearing, during the bad times, So when either one of the two of you are, going through a bad time or bad experiences and just not, really not doing well and not handling things well, for the other to be there, be present, be supportive, guide each other through that bad patch. But what stood out for me within that is, we oftentimes so much focus on being there for each other during the bad, during the troubles and the strifes and things like that. But what is equally important is to also be there for each other during the good, meaning that we so often in relationships, especially when it becomes long term, we start taking the good times, the good moments, the fun, the play, the everything that's actually quite natural, within the relationship that complement each other. We tend to take that for granted. And what we don't realize is that it is actually being equally present, in the good times, the fun times, the playful, the natural, to be present, to be aware, to really enjoy those, and really soak it up and, make that an equal part of the relationship, because it is actually those moments that defines, each other being there for one another during the bad times. So, it's just using, simple words, simple terms, the good and the bad, because that is a part of life. We go through ups and downs, but to assist and support yourself and the relationship, in such a way that, you don't take the good, the natural, that which is enjoyable for yourself and each other, to not take that for granted, to not lose touch with that, because you'll find that, let me use an example. Where you sometimes have those spontaneous moments of just laughter, or where, you throw each other on the bed and tickle each other, or run around the house chasing each other, or, playfully joking, or kidding around. It's sometimes in relationships you've got that expression coming through, almost like a childlike expression between the two of you. And or when you simple things, when you go for walks together or exercise together, or whatever you do together, that those moments are also equally cherished, because that builds a unity, a connection, a foundation within the relationship, which makes both of you, it also builds on the intimacy, the togetherness. And it's those type of things that actually assist and support yourself and one another, to be there for each other during the bad times, when things get rough. Even when you have fights or arguments or conflicts, it's like, because you already have such a close, intimate connection and foundation in your relationship, in both your expression and your communication. This is what assists and supports, one another to, when things get rough or bad, when you go through a bit of a rocky patch, to see it through, to talk about it, to find solutions, to put yourselves and the relationship first. Because oftentimes within relationships, you go through the downs, the bad times, rough patches, and if you don't have that intimacy, depth, communication, and foundation in the relationship, it makes it so much more challenging to, sit down with each other, talk through what's going on, what's happening on a personal level and also in the relationship, and because when you do go through those rough patches or those bad patches, you would like something to stand on, to within yourself and the relationship, to see it through for yourself and each other. So here in this video to share, not only, like, a relationship shouldn't be defined, only within the context of being there for each other when it's needed. Having balance within the relationship where you're there, present equally in the good times and the bad. And to realize that what builds the relationship, that foundation, that very strong foundation, to see each other through in the bad times, is the good times. The good times being, what it is that is making the relationship work for the both of you. So, maybe a suggestion would be to write down for yourself, what is it about the relationship that I enjoy, that I appreciate, that I respect and honor and regard, that is supporting me to be a better person, to enjoy myself, to express myself, because life in the way that it's often lived, we tend to take the simple things for granted when, in a way, they actually mean the most. So, in a relationship, a good thing to do for yourself, to not let simple moments slip away, is to make a list for yourself. Get to know yourself and the relationship in what are the things that you can develop. Make more, do more, express more. In the little things that kind of belongs to the two of you, and keep doing it, keep actively, consciously pushing it in the relationship. Do more things together, do more walks together, exercising together, be more spontaneous, more playful. It's always, in a relationship or with many things in life, that which you focus on, you create. So, we tend to so easily get lost in the bad, inside our minds, our relationships, our life, because we tend to harp on it, focus on it. And soon enough, we can lose ourselves within it, and so also the relationship. So here to assist and support with a bit of perspective in relation to relationships, and to have that balance in the good and the bad. Be there for each other, always, equally, in all facets of your experience together. All right. Thank you very much.